Good morning, everyone. Well, after such what most people consider a pretty brutal ferry ride, the weather was so bad we sat the day out yesterday, but we're getting back on the road today. All the ferries had been absolutely shut down because of the weather, except for the one that we were on. That shows you how severe the weather was. So we're going to get going today, and we're going to be heading from Matane to Miramichi, hopefully on mostly back roads. As we leave Matane, the wind has died down some, but the rain and fog continues. We ride south on Highway 195 along Rivière, Matane. Any ride through the Gaspé Peninsula is going to be met with postcard scenery. It doesn't make any difference if you ride the coast or cut across the peninsula. I've completed both, and I can confidently say you won't be disappointed. The Gaspé Peninsula is the jewel of eastern Quebec. Today, Gord has us heading up into the hills surrounding Lake Metapedia. The roads are compiled of mud and gravel. Some are better than others, but what a beautiful ride through the countryside despite the wet conditions. There were areas we rode through where logging was still taking place, but most of the areas seemed to be old country farms. Since I grew up in a rural farming area, there's a certain amount of tranquility and a sense of ease one gets when riding through a familiar existence. As you can see, the roads are soaked to capacity. So much rain has fallen that the water has no place to go. This left the roads soft in places and created a minor riding challenge. However, that's why we have the adventure bikes with knobby tires. Challenge accepted. If you look to the right, you can see just a small waterfall here. It's beautiful, but it's not very visible. I hope you can see that. If you look to the left here, you can see some beavers have dammed up the stream and created a little pond. It's pretty cool. If you notice, the bridges have been covered in wood planking. This is pretty common here in Canada, but use really good amount of caution when you ride across these because those can become really slippery under wet conditions. We pop out in the small town of Saint-Léon-le-Grand. From here we are heading to Amqui for some lunch where we meet a group of young fellas doing the same thing that we were doing. After lunch, they're heading back up into the hills as we head down the highway. We spent the entire morning riding the gravel roads, but it's time to make haste on the highway. We have a long way to go to get to Miramichi. Pont Couvert de Rotherville Covered Bridge was built in 1931. In 2009, it was declared a historical monument. The bridge is about 258 feet long and crosses Rivière Metapedia. Historically, the bridge has been threatened by yearly flooding and occasionally has required repairs due to the spring flooding and ice flows. Interestingly, the highway follows along Rivière Matane into the mountains and then follows Rivière Metapedia as we descend out of the mountains. At Rivière-Restigouche, we say goodbye to Quebec Province and hello to New Brunswick Province. From here we'll have a short ride to the interstate where we'll make up time on our trek to Miramichi. Well, we make it to Miramichi. It's time for some dinner and a beer pop. Gord picked a bar here called Mike's Bar and Grill. Since it's my namesake, I'm hoping it's good. Okay, Mike endorses Mike's Bar and Grill here in Miramichi. It was a really good dinner and we had a fun time.
Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the completion of day 5, and yes, we were able to escape the weather gremlins in Matane, Quebec. Just to refresh your memory, we're on the south shore in what's called the Gaspésie, which is the extension of the province of Quebec, running east and west towards the Atlantic Ocean to the east. We started out this morning re-energized after a quick day off. That was nice. And we decided on this particular route, we're going to sort of explore some of the back roads. And boy, did we ever get to do some of that. We had all manner of road conditions. We had some asphalt. We certainly had some wonderful terrain and mountains to cover. But we also had a lot of mud, a lot of wet road conditions, and a lot of wet gravel, but most of it was hard packed and easily navigated. So we did very well there. You can see by this sort of squiggly line and the reminder that it was muddy and wet on the map. We sort of did a roundabout and eventually made our way along the southern edge of the Gaspésie. And finally left the province of Quebec and crossed over into the province of New Brunswick, which you can see by the dashed line here. So if you'll just bear with me, I got to flip maps on you here. So you can see here is where the Campbellton crossover occurred. You can see it's coming out of the province of Quebec, crossing over, and ultimately tracking down sort of the Gulf of St. Lawrence area all the way down. Forgive the bleed through on the marker for the map here, but we basically made a high-speed run at this point to find ourselves in Miramichi, New Brunswick, a nice little coastal town. We had no incidents along the way. It was predominantly highway on the last 3/4 of the day. I admit we were probably a little bit beat up from all the mud and gravel and what have you, but that was just a great day, a great run, and we hope to push further south as a result of our new plan. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 6, and thanks for watching.
Wow, what a day we had. We started out the first part on the gravel roads up in Quebec, and that was awesome. That was really a lot of fun to ride that. In the afternoon, time was run short for us, so we got on the highway and beat feet to Miramichi, where we had a good time here at Mike's Bar and Grill. So we're going to get settled in for tonight, but tomorrow we're going to be looking for more gravel roads, and we'll be going from Miramichi, New Brunswick to Moncton, New Brunswick. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and please hit that subscribe button and the like button. That really helps us out. See you in the next video.